A little while ago, I went to Abbey Road Studios together with Sina Drums to record a few songs there. And today we are going to mix one of these songs. However, there's going to be a catch. So, I can't believe I'm doing this. Let's get started. So here's the thing. Going to Abbey Road Studios was fucking expensive. And the only way to pay for this was with sponsors. And on my side, I had Lewitt and Sonible as sponsor. And part of the deal with Sonible is that I'm going to mix one of the songs using only Sonible plugins. Which I'm pretty sure is possible, but I have to now ignore all my analog gear. And that's, yeah. We're going to mix Come Together, an original song from the Beatles. This video probably will get demonetized, so if you want to support me, make sure to use the links in the description down below, become a channel member or use my affiliate links because it's really going to be needed for this video. I've got all the tracks here, I just imported them. We're actually going to remake the mix because I already mixed it and I think I can better explain it by redoing it than by, figuring out the whole mix. So yeah, I'm a little bit experimenting here. Leave a comment down below with what you think of this style of mixing video. Anyway, I've got all the stems over here. So we're starting with just the stems. Let me quickly pan the overheads here. And the rooms, why not pan the rooms as well? I already panned the Nord, that's great. If you've seen the original Abbey Road video, you know that we basically double mic'd everything. So we are using traditional microphones from Abbey Road, like a lot of vintage microphones, as you can see over here. We've got U47s on the overheads and all that kind of stuff, like the original U47s from Abbey Road, like super cool. Got a mono STC, we've got M50s on the rooms and all that kind of stuff. But we also took some Lewitts with us because, Lewitt sponsored us. So we're also using Lewitt microphones. As you can see, we've got the DTP here, we've got the MTP and whatever weird product names they're using at Lewitt. We've got the LCTs on the rooms. Those are LCT 640s, I think. All that kind of stuff. So what I want to do now is first I want to start by let's mute a lot of stuff just for now. All right. And what I quickly want to do is do a comparison for just the drums between the Lewitts and the traditional microphones. Now, mind you, this is not going to be a super honest comparison because first of all, mic placement is different. Second of all, gaining is a little bit different. Anyway, let's listen here. What's going on here? Got a lot of rooms actually. Interesting. Okay, let's turn the rooms down on everything for now. Oh, it's nice. All right, and let's now switch to the Lewitts. Let's do AB. Correct the rooms a little bit. So this is the difference between those old microphones and the new microphones. And it indeed sounds like that. Like, I don't know if this part is representative. Yeah. Yeah. The new microphones sound fresher because they are newer or something. Like they literally sound like you would expect, basically. Now, for this mix, I'm going to use the Lewitt microphones. So let me quickly remove the Abbey Road microphones. I'm doing this for two reasons. First of all, Lewitt sponsored this. So, let's give them a little bit of a, let's use the Lewitt mic so we can all hear them in their greatness and in their not so greatness, because we're probably going to run into things that are not great about these microphones, which is, you know, fair. But there's also a conscious reason. I want to go for a little bit more modern mix. If I go with these old-fashioned, I can make a modern mix with these older microphones, with the vintage microphones, old-fashioned microphones, whatever you want to call them. I can do that, but I'm already one step ahead by using the Lewitt mics, because they already have that modern sound in there. Now, for the bass, we've got two channels. We've got a camper and we've got a DI. Honestly, I don't like the camper at all. Like, I just don't like it. I have an intrinsic hate for campers. I've used campers a lot in the recording studio next doors in Sound Vision, which, by the way, looks so much like Abbey Road that I was confused while I was recording in Abbey Road. Looking out the window, I was like, oh, wait a second, I'm not in Sound Vision, I'm in Abbey Road. Like, similarities are big. So one of the things I would like to do is go with this DI signal to Sound Vision and reamp it, because Sound Vision has the original amp. But that's the puristic me that's not allowed for this session. So we're not going to do that. Guitar. We amp the guitar with LCT 640TS. And what's cool about the 640TS is it has dual output. So we've got normal output and an extra output, which basically captures the other side of the capsule. And what we now need to do is let's group this. Pan one to the left, one to the right, and put the polarizer plugin on here. What we can do with the polarizer is we can change the polar pattern on the fly. And apart from the fact that this is really cool, it's also very, very great to listen to what the different polar patterns sound like. So you can, this is how much your sound can change by changing your polar pattern. Now I want to go for a little bit more cardioid, not full cardioid, because full cardioid makes it very, very thin. Here. Now it's very nosy and thin. Now it's there where I want to have it. Yeah. 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 So the directionality of the microphone, it changes the sound a lot as well, which is, you know, common for microphones. You also have an RCA ribbon microphone, which we use to amp the guitar. Again, I want to go for a modern sound. So if I would have done my own mix, probably for the song, I would have gone for a little bit more vintage vibe. But I just want to go modern here, because I'm going to do it with modern plugins and everything. I just want to go for a modern sound. We also have a Nord stage, which was just DI'd through a quite ridiculous DI box. They literally used like a Neve remote preamp, whatever, for the DIs. Nice. All right, we've got a Nord stage and we got our vocals. Now, vocals are also super interesting. Listen to this. So we've used the, what was it again? We used the, because we couldn't double mic the vocals. We used the W950. And as I said in my video, they have great off-axis rejection. I don't know if there's a polar pattern somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Doesn't say a lot, by the way, this polar pattern. Although it stays very focused even in the lower free. Yeah, okay, nice. Anyway, we've used this because they have a great off-axis rejection. Now, imagine the vocalist is standing, looking at Zina, who's drumming, with nothing in between. No walls, no acoustic, whatever. Just open room recording. Listen to the signal to noise ratio or signal to spill ratio here.
Here come off that tubby come. Grooving up slowly.
Now we do need some processing here, and it's a live microphone and not a studio microphone, but this is usable now,
to his knees.
Which is
got to be a joker, he just do what he please.
Like, it sounds like Zina is in another room, but I think there was like 5 or 6 meters between the vocalist and the drummer. Same goes for the backing vocals. We use the same mics there. Like,
football, monkey finger.
Like that. Like, yeah.
Belgium football.
Like that. So this is the material we got to work with. And I want to start with the drums. Yeah. By the way, I'm using an SM57 as snare bottom because we just used one snare bottom mic. And let's mute everything except for the drums. Let's make a drum group because that's nice to have later in the mix. And let's also group our kick and snare. Now let's start with the kick and first start with the EQ, smart EQ. So let's listen here. And let's make the plugin listen as well. All right, so it already made a little bit of a smart filter here. Not doing a lot actually. Wish it was doing more actually. Let's relearn it. All right. Huh, interesting. It's not doing a lot. It actually likes the bass drum. Well, honestly, I don't really like it. We've got a few issues with the bass drum here, which we're going to, these are not direct issues, but these are going to be issues, definitely. First of all, it sounds a little bit muffled, or I don't know. How do I describe this? It's a bit... This channel here, let's turn it down. And let's, you know what? Let's... clean it up a little bit better. It's basically the bass drum is not feeling very tight. It's very resonant. So, by the way, the difference between these channels is this is the condenser and this is the dynamic mic. It's a 2-in-1 mic. See if we can get a little bit of that tightness here. Yeah. So I'm basically getting the lower frequencies now from the dynamic mic, because on the condenser it's way too resonant. But still, it's quite long. Don't really like the sound character yet. Let's EQ it a little bit more on the group, on the summed stems. Let's get a little bit of flow in here. Ooh, that's a lot. Of course, the smiley face. This always works really well, the smiley face on the drums. Can I... This cleans up bass drums so well. I don't know if I want to do much here, actually. I want to have some highs here. Just a little bit of that, yeah. A little bit of that tick or something, maybe. I really need the bass drum to be there, but not to take up too much space. Still a little bit resonant, long and nasty. Let's see. Yeah, we can cut a little bit around 1K. That's better, yeah. Cool. Cool. Nice. So I want to add the... this is a product that's not often used, at least not by me. I want to add the entropy EQ. Kind of like a split EQ. I normally use the split EQ, but right now we're using the entropy because we can also use entropy. And listen what entropy can do. Like we can... You can really shorten it. A bit of transient designing is what we're doing here. So, like this. Like that. Like that. Cool. And let's do a little bit of boost here. Way better. Let's bypass it. Yeah. It gets more impactful. Now also, just to help this a little bit more, I want to add a gate like this. And let's do the gate all the way at the beginning. Let's say kick as target, kick as target. Here we go. it's really gating now. Yeah, that's way too much. That's way too much. So let's... Quick release. Yeah, like that. So now it's really shortening it. Yeah. But now it's also, I call this, actually in Dutch I call this happen. It's really, like, makes it really static. I don't want that. So we're turning down the impact, which is basically just a mix knob. So now it's not fully closing the gate. And you get less of that, what is it? That gating effect, basically. Now, lastly, we want to add a bit of compression, of course, to the bass drum. So let's do that. Kick. Here we go. Kick, bass drum, whatever. Compression has two functions. First, shaping it dynamically. Let's see if we can find something cool here. Here you can hear, like, it's shaping it dynamically, but it's also, it's making everything less dynamic, basically, because if you look at the waveform, like, she really does like some very dynamic stuff here, and we want to get that a little bit more together. So it has two functions, basically, a compressor like this. So one of the things that I'm running into with these sonible compressors is their scaling is actually quite big. So like we're compressing 16 decibels now. So let's change the scaling so that we can see better what we're doing. Let's move this up. Let's go to -60 or something like this. Yeah. And let's do this for threshold. Just slightly compress it a little bit. Now we can change our attack here. Like, look what happens when I go to 1 millisecond. Something like that. Let's keep spectral on and everything. Like, let's just let it do its thing. Like that. I think that's enough for the bass drum. Yeah. All right. So I think that's it. That's it for the kick. Let's do comparison. Can I? Yeah. All right. So with the processing. And now without. So that's the difference that we're making. It's actually quite a lot. Quite a lot of difference, yeah. Okay, I want to move on to the snare now. Let's first listen to it. Let's, I don't know, like this. And let's start by adding the EQ to it. Snare. Let's just make this thing learn the snare. It's a slow learner. I don't have enough snare here. Okay, let's move on to a different part here. Okay, learn it. There we go. All right, let's see what it's doing. Again, it's not doing much. Just a little bit. Now we're not gonna use the lower part. Let's filter that. And I want to add some high. Just freshen it up a little. Something like this. And what I always have is my, I don't know if I want to do something with it. I have my body band basically. So over here is the body of the snare and we can manipulate that. Let's, yeah, this. Maybe do a little bit of mid adjustment, clean it up a little bit here. Like that. Yeah. And again, I want to compress this a little bit as well. No, I don't want to like compress the shiznit out of it, as my colleague would say, but a little bit can't hurt. Again, to keep it leveled, basically. Again, we're going for the 60 scale, not the 96 scale. Better. Let's do a little bit less here. Just subtle compression. Now again, you can play with your attack and release times here, or mostly attack. And you are manipulating the attack of the snare now. Let's make it tight, like this, yeah. Maybe a little bit more. Something like this, I don't know. Yeah. Now, yeah. So it's adding a little bit of character here. Little bit of saturation. Let's compare without and with. Yeah. Snare is already pretty much where I want to have it, so I don't want to do too much processing on it. And I'm going to add a reverb. Now, normally I would add a reverb through an aux send, but the way that the sonible works, it rather wants to be on the channel itself. Let's, yeah, snare, drum, let's learn it. Now, we already got a reverb, that's good. Okay. Damn it! Takes a long time to learn. There it is. All right. So, let's listen. Make it a little bit shorter. So we already have the room mics and everything that we're gonna add later. And now we can play with the character. I don't want to have a spring. Do like plate. Somewhere between plate and hall. Yeah. Ooh, this is nice. Nice. Let's add the kick. Okay. Still a bit loose now because you still have to tie it together. And we're gonna do that with the overheads, of course. The overheads and the rooms. Those are the ones that are really going to tie this drum kit together. For this, I'm really interested in having the dry signal. These are basically my impact signals. So this is, of course, going to be our full drum kit here. And then these channels are just there to give these instruments, the kick and the snare, more impact. Same with the toms later on. Now let's focus on those overheads. Those are going to give us a few challenges. Again, I'm foreshadowing a little bit, but that's just to make it easier for this video and for all of you. So a few things that make the overheads challenging. First thing, the highs. So we might want to do some dynamic EQing on the highs, on the cymbals and everything. Like if we listen to this, sounds very open. Also, Like, we are recording it in a big room, of course, so you're hearing that on the overheads as well. And that's one of the reasons why this sounds so open. They sound very fresh and open. Another thing, let me listen. They're panned the wrong way around, so I gotta correct that. Because we are panning audience perspective. That's just the standard for Xena. Like, that's the instruction that I got for this mix. So I have to swap the panning here. So left is right, right is left. Now, let me think, yeah. Now, if I'm looking at the drum kit, my toms are at the right place. Now, speaking of the toms, this is gonna be our second challenge, because Come Together was actually recorded with blankets, towels, basically, over the toms to muffle them. And this was, you know, there are several things going on here. First of all, this was the first take we did in Abbey Road, the first full take. So we were still, well, not dialing it in, but, you know, you first try something and then have a feedback round. However, this was the best take. This is the take that Xena's team selected. And one of the things we dialed in later was the placement of the blankets. Like, I suggested in my, and you can see that in my video, to put the blankets a bit lower or hit them correctly or whatever, because the toms are still very attacky. Well, we ended up using the first take, so now we gotta basically fix that in the mix. And this is one of the big challenges here, to get those toms to sound more muffled. And the main sparkness, freshness on these toms, the main, you know, all the little attackiness from the drum heads comes through the overheads. Actually, I think let's listen to the toms soloed. I mean, still very attacky, but if we only process that in the toms, if we only cut that in the toms, we still have the overhead giving us that attack. Actually, the overheads are more attacky than the direct channels, which, you know, it's perfectly possible, actually. Like, I'm not surprised by that. Anyway, let's first do EQing on the overheads. I always start with EQing, but in this case, first got EQ it. All right. Let's have it learn. And first thing I'm gonna do, Sonible, are you watching? Like, the smart band is not... I'm expecting more from that smart band. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm expecting more of it. All right, so I'm high passing it already. I don't want to have too much rumble and mud in my low frequencies. So just... like, I'm getting that from the direct signals already. Then, few things I want to do. Let's first tackle the highs. So I want to make a high shelf. I don't know, like this. And make that shelf dynamic. Like that, so that... yeah. Round it up a little bit. Around those cymbals. So that it sounds a bit more... smooth, and also better matching in the mix later. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do in the mastering, because I'm not gonna master it. This will be mastered by Xena's team. But the more equal my mix is in the high frequencies, for instance, how do I explain this? So what I want to prevent is that, like, my cymbals are very sharp and the rest of the mix is a bit more dull, because that's going to be very difficult in the mastering. I rather dull out the overheads a little bit and have it match the rest of the tracks and the song, and then have a little bit of highs added in the mastering, if they prefer more highs. Want to do this? Also, because the room is so big, always works to have a around 1 kilohertz dip. This is something that I do in the Sound Vision recordings as well. Because otherwise the room sound will get quite dominant and quite annoying. Definitely when more compression is happening. So let's do that, and also let's dip here like this-ish. Yeah, and I'm making this dip for less mud, so like that. Really get that smooth, open overhead feeling. So like that, yeah. And now I can perfectly use my dry signals with this. Let's do something with kick and snare. There we go. Super nice. Let's go back to the unprocessed version. This is what we had. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. Now, of course, we also want to add a little bit of compression on the overheads. And on overheads, like what happens with compression is like, of course, you are changing the dynamics of it. Like you're getting everything more together, but you're also lifting up more of the room sound as well. Drum kit. So we're listening to it with the direct signals as well, kick and snare. All right. This might be a little bit too enthusiastic. Let's lift it up a little bit. And let's set our scale to 60 again. Yeah. Quick attack. And let's also increase the release time or decrease or whatever. Like I want to have it released quicker. Smooth style. I like the smooth style on drums. Yeah. Wow. Whoa. That's doing a lot. Let's go for this for now. Yeah. Nice. So we're bringing up that room vibe a little bit here. I mean, it's a beautiful room we recorded it in. Like one of the most recognizable rooms in the world. So yeah. All right. So I was talking about the toms. What we're going to do is I'm going to use the entropy EQ here. And I'm going to use a quite wide band here. But I'll make that an entropy band. So that I can cut out that high attackiness of the toms. I mean... strengthen it up a little bit. Like that. Can we do more? Yeah, we need to do something like this. Yeah. Yeah. So it sounds a little bit horrible in solo, but later on everything gets put back together better. And what I want to do, let me move this parameter and show it in the track envelope. Here we go. So that we can automate it only on the point where the toms are actually doing their thing, because otherwise we're destroying basically our sound too much. So I want to automate it just where the toms are playing. So from here to here, like that, and then here again. Oh, the blue color is not nice when you're being blinded by your studio lights. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's it. Don't know if I'm gonna need it for that last part. It's definitely for that signature part. Yeah. Nice. Nice. I think this is enough, but let's check later on. Also, level. We're going to lower the overheads quite a lot, actually. All right, let's listen to this. Here's an interesting one. Listen to the difference in impact. This is something you always want to check, like your phase alignment between your overheads and snare. Like some people go crazy with aligning everything with time alignment. I don't really believe in that, although I don't think it's a religion, but still. I oftentimes swap my phases here and there. And in this case, everything is a little bit fatter with the phase or the polarity swapped. Yeah. All right, that's it for now for the overheads. Might want to change it later. Felt cute, might delete later. All right, now let's move on with the rooms. Most exciting ones. However, not sure what's happening here, but we placed them pretty wide. So I want to pull them together first. So let's do it 45%. That's better. Yeah, all right. Actually, don't want to do much with the EQ. Let's see what Sonible suggests me to do. Drum set, all right. Probably a low cut. Yeah, nice. And this is a cool thing with rooms, compressing it. I like to compress my rooms quite a lot because that really brings up the room sound. Like that. Wow. It's almost as if the snare drum is next to the room mic. Anyway, let's, I don't know. Yeah, like that. Like mushing it a little bit. Yeah, like that. I don't know what's going on with the stereo imaging here. Sounds a bit weird, but now let's turn it back quite a lot, like that. All right, this is going to, yeah. Yeah, and now, because again, the tom problem, what I want to do is reduce the volume on the rooms a bit here as well. Again, to make sure that we can muffle those toms. Yeah. And this has like a double effect because I have to do this because the toms are just giving too much clickiness and freshness to the toms on the room. So I have to do this. I have to lower it in volume. I tried the split EQ thing or entropy EQ thing, and that, didn't really work. If I'm lowering the rooms here, I'm also making it more intimate at that part, which actually is desired. If you listen to the original as well, it sounds very close mic'd. Let's go back here a little bit. For the overhead automation, the entropy automation it's nice to fade it a little bit. That's perfectly fine and actually better. The entropy EQ is more changing the sound character, while with a volume automation, you gotta be back on time because otherwise it sounds really weird, like your cymbals are coming up and whatever. So on the rooms, I have a volume automation and I have to be back in time here. And then here, let's make sure that we are like this or whatever. Let me see. No, that's too long. Now you can really hear that problem on the cymbal. So that's too late. Do you all get what I mean? Otherwise it gets really weird. Yeah, I think that will work. Another part here. We want to automate down, and this is probably a little bit easier. I don't know yet. No. Oh, we want to have that back on volume a lot earlier. Something like this. Oh, we want to have it back here already. Yeah. Yeah. And then over here, we're going down again. And then over here, we're going like this. Yeah, before the cymbals here. This is a very tedious job, but if you do this correctly, no one will notice that you did automation. I want to have it back on the snares here. That's better. Then it will also give that energy back. Like so. Yeah. All right. Now we have another one over here. I'm just following what I did on the overhead. And we're doing the same here with the snare. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we got that automated. Now let's listen to the drums in total. We're getting a little bit of that vintage tom vibe now. That's good. Nice. All right, another thing I want to do is quickly edit the snare on these tom parts, because the snare also, yeah, through the snare drum we're also picking up that freshness of the toms. So let's do that as well, and then finally start with the toms. Right, for the toms, let's first do a bit of leveling, because I see that this one is quite low in volume, so I don't know. Ish, I don't know. And of course, pan them in the stereo field. Let's listen how they are panned in here. Right, so the first one is a little bit over there, I think. There. And this one quite a bit to the left. I can exaggerate the panning a little bit here. And then tom 3 is of course quite far here. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, works. I want to gate them. And back in my days, back in the old days, we had to do this manually. But I think with the, I think we can get pretty far with the gate. Let's see. Let's only do tom 1 here. Looking for toms in your audio. Well, I hope you're hearing them, because I'm hearing toms in my audio. There we go. Let's see how well this goes. Right, so let's use some tolerance so that it... okay, it's going okay-ish. I don't want to fully gate them. It can do some... yeah. Now, I'm going to really use a long release here. All right. Okay. This is going better than expected. It sometimes lets through a little bit of snare. But we can still edit that out. Tom 1 is, I think, the most difficult one to gate here. Let's see how the second one goes. Again, we want to have a quick attack. Quite some tolerance here. And lower impact. Or not. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Long release, long release. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, okay. And now the low tom. Let's do the same here. Tom. Let's listen to the low tom. Right. Long release again. It's grabbing a little bit of that first tom. Is that a problem? That's not gonna be a problem. Yeah, nice. All right. So I'm using some release, but not too much, because they're supposed to be short, like there are blankets on there. These toms are not going to sound like your ordinary toms. Actually, I want to start EQing them now. Let's do some funky EQing on here. Let's go with tom 1 first. Yeah, let's do universal because it doesn't understand toms. Okay. Right. So there are two things I want to do. I want to accentuate the lower part here, so you can see it already in the analyzer, like toon, toon. I want to have a little bit of that, and I want to cut the highs here. I just completely want to cut it. Let's do a high cut. Yeah, in combination with the overheads and the rooms. Basically in combination with everything. This is gonna be fine, I think. I hope. Let's see if we are doing this correctly. Let's see. Let's do the second tom as well. Let's just do a smart filter on it. I don't think the smart filter is going to do a lot for this. Mostly because it's not trained for toms, but... So same here. We're going to... For our tone, basically. And we're going to high cut it. This may be really weird in the beginning. You know what? Let's do it like this. Yeah, this is it. Muffled. Yeah, all right. Let's also do the low ones. Smart EQ. Same story here. Right. Let's really EQ the shiznit out of here. So a lower resonant, of course. Okay. And let's see if we can just... Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is still sounding weird, but believe me, it'll come together one way or the other. Now, I also want to add some compression to the toms, and I'm mostly going to use this compression to muffle the toms even more. Here we go. So we're doing something like this, but then with a very quick attack. Nice. I want to do the same compression on the second tom. Let's see where it goes. Yeah, okay. And on the third tom as well, like this. And then... All right, and that's it for the drums. I've tied it up a little bit here, and I've did some cutting in the toms and everything. Not very special, but just to not get spilled, to basically get a tidy mix. All right, let's work on the bass line now. So we're using the DI. Famous bass riff. The first thing I want to do is add an EQ to it. Let's first EQ it. Let's do the intelligent thing again, the smart filter. Listen to it in total. I like what it's doing over here. It's doing a bit more than it looks like. It sounds like it's doing a bit more. One of the things I really want to have here is some definition. This stuff. And yeah, there. So this is where you can hear the strings of the bass the most. Let's not do too much. Just a bit. And I want to add a little bit of body here, or like lows. And I want to make it dynamic, because if we look at, and we can see it in the waveform, like these softer parts have a little bit more of this lows, but then when he starts playing louder, it gets too much, like it really starts to vibrate the room here. And while that might be cool, it's not supposed to happen in this song. So let's set the threshold such a way that it only dips it here. Something like this. Oh yeah. Yeah, and now it just, yeah, great. And then soft again, yeah. Yeah. Cool. Now on top of that, I also want to add some compression, of course. So let's use the smart comp, of course. Electric bass. Yeah, it's an electric bass. Let's see what we can find here. Let's put that scale up like this. So we're going for snappy, apparently, which on a bass line is, by the way, actually really cool because usually, and this one is actually played very snappy already, but usually you can get some extra snappiness using compression, using maybe a little bit longer attack time, although it does work here. Yeah, works. I want to do it a bit more. Let's... Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of compression. It's a lot of compression. But I mean, it's not that bad. Maybe let's see what happens if we make the release short. Better, that's better. No. We need a quick attack. Yeah. It makes it kind of compact, and also it removes the differences a little bit between the verse and the chorus part that he's playing. And we're going to gate it. If you listen to this, like, I'll turn this up in the edit, but that's quite some rumble. So let's add a gate, and let's put it at the beginning of the chain, of course. Let's say we've got a bass as target. Oh, it found it quick. Yeah, this is better. Let's see if that keeps working. There are sometimes some resonances in there as well. Slow down the release a little bit. Can we attack quicker? Although I do like the clickiness a little bit. That's good. Yeah, makes it a bit cleaner. Yeah, good. Good, works, that works. So, it's still, I'm a bit worried now at this point at how heavy it is in the low frequencies. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to sidechain smart comp. Let's do a separate one to the kick, which is a bit of a sin in these type of songs, but I'm still gonna do it. We need to set it to the external sidechain, and let's... Yeah. So it sounds like it's a little bit eating into the bass, but I think this is gonna be all right when we add the rest of the mix to it. All right, so let's move on to the guitar. We already have the polarizer on here, and I want to keep it like this, like a, what is this? How this is this called? Yeah, whatever. Let's start by EQing it. Guitar, electric guitar. Okay, I like that. I like that. I do want to have a high pass. And one of the things, and this is really a request also from the Xena team, is to make the guitar quite warm. Like this, like really rounded. Let's add a bit of definition here. Like that. Let's also add some compression. Let's leave the EQ for now. So I'm doing spectral compression here as well to really even out the guitar a little bit more. Yeah, like that. Like there's nothing wrong with having quite some compression on the guitar here. And I also want to have a reverb on here. This is inspired by the original song. Guitar, electric guitar. Make the room a bit bigger. And let's see. So for electric guitar, I tend to go really for the metal sound, not the metal, but like metallic type of sound. And let's pan it out of the center. From a viewer's perspective, actually the guitarist was standing to the right of the drum kit. Now, let's reduce the volume a little bit. Like this. And now there's a detail that we really need to work on here, and that is the solo. So over here. So the solo is gonna need some work. I want to do most of that when we have all the channels going. But one of the things I already want to do is pan it to the center there. There we go. Probably do some volume automation here as well. But let's leave it at that for now, because I think if we move on to the keys is also doing something over there. Let's listen. Yeah. Keys is also... Yeah, they're playing with each other. Like they're fighting a little bit. Which is cool. We have to take that into account. So let's first process those keys. And for the keys, we're going to start with a little EQ. Basically, my goal is to get a little bit more definition in here. Electric keys. Yeah, it's an electric piano, basically. It's a Rhodes. Rhodes. Let's see if it... Alright, let's not boost that low. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is nice to dip it a little bit here and then let me help it by... A little bit like this, yeah. Let's also use a little bit of compression. Compression. Keys. Electric keys. Not too much, just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, the thing is just, it's already an electric piano, like this was played with MIDI, so... Or like with a... It's a Nord stage, actually. It's not MIDI, but you know what I mean. Like, how much do you want to treat... Like, the signal already comes out of there pretty much ready to use. However, I do want to color it a little bit with a bit of reverb. So let's go for an electric keys reverb. Let's learn it. And for this, it might be nice to go for a spring reverb. Yeah, just a bit, yeah. And one of the ideas I had was because I panned the guitar to the right, I'm now panning the Nord stage to the left. Now let's move on to this solo part. And the solo part is really where, yeah, it's just complicated. So we have to keep in mind that the instruments are not going to be too sharp and fighting for each other's space and everything. So let's first draft what it should be there. I'm gonna use some dynamic EQing. Let's make this band dynamic and add a higher band as well. Something like this. And yeah, make it dynamic. Let's go for, yeah. Yeah. Soften it up a little bit. Same for this band. Where is it? There we go. Let's drag it down. That's too much, that's too much. Like that. So now I want to automate this one. And this one. So I don't want to have that over the full track. I just want to have the dynamic EQ over there. So I'm automating the range. Basically, with no range, there's no dynamic EQ. It's that simple and easy. Let's do it like this and like that. And then over here as well. Yeah. So here you can see what I'm automating. So now there's no dynamic band, and now there we go. Should be a little bit later. Like this. And we can glide into that sound. Let's not change it too quickly. Just slide into it. Yeah, it should be back at that hit. Yeah. Maybe let's get the panning back there as well. Maybe let's do it like that. Yeah. All right. You know what? Let's have the panning start at this part. Yeah, I'm gonna have it play a little bit, and then maybe we can fade the volume higher here. Oh, and let's have it move like this to the center. Yeah. Nice. Nice. So same goes for the keys. I also want to automate something in the keys. And for this, I'm going to cheat a little bit. So I made a separate EQ. This one. Where I'm basically doing the same thing. This is basically my main EQ, my main keys EQ. And this is the keys during the solo part. I made basically two dynamic EQ bands and removed the other one. So what I want to do now is activate one or the other. So we're going to automate the first and the second smart EQ here. So let's go to the bypass here. Let's make it visible. And the other one as well. Let's go to the bypass here. Make it visible. There we go. And let's make this the second one active. Let's see. No, other way around, like this. I hope this all makes sense. This is something that came out during the first revision of my mix. So we're basically just fixing something that normally would have been fixed the second time around. So we're switching them around here. Like this, and now we have to do some fine tuning. Yeah, I want to have it on there. Yeah. Okay. Now let's also give it a little bit more volume during the solo part. So until here, and then when the guitar comes in, let's make sure it's gone. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I really like that. Yeah. right. So that's it for the instrumental. And now it's finally time for the vocals. Yeah. So we've got 3 vocals. And I'm going to start with the lead vocal, of course. And the first thing I want to do is I want to do a little bit of gating on it. Because I do want to compress this vocal. So I'm gonna need a little bit of gating on there. Again, I don't want to go for a full gate. So let's say vocals here. I think it's gonna find vocals. I hope so. Let's see. Nice, nice. So let's give it a slow release.
Down to his knee. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please.
All right, yeah, good. And let's turn the impact down like that. So not fully gating it because that makes it so cold and yeah. I rarely fully gate. I did it on the bass, but that's a DI signal. It's also like if you gate it fully, then the spill completely goes away, and you still have the spill during the vocal. So it's better to level that up and down than to completely cut. It's my opinion. It's my taste basically. All right, let's EQ the vocal.
Here come off that tubby comb, grooving up slowly.
High vocal, yeah, mid vocal. I don't know.
Holy roller, he got hair down
By the way,
to his knees.
She did such a good job on the vocals.
He wear no shoe shine.
Quite sharp what it is deciding now. Let's train it again.
Monkey finger he shoot. Coca-Cola he said, I know you.
I don't fully agree on this.
Me. One thing I can tell you is you
better. I'm hearing some popping, so let's do high passing on there. Fun fact, I had the high pass filters on the console. I had them all in the monitoring path, I think. I patched them in the monitoring path. So now we have all the freedom to do whatever we want. Let's listen. Here again, I want to have the body. I want to keep the body of the vocal here. Maybe automate that down a little bit. Automate, what is it? Dynamic EQ that down a little bit.
One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together.
Like this.
Right now.
And I want to work a little bit on the sharpness of the vocal. So these Lewitt mics are quite, I don't want to say sharp. I mean, same as this one. Like it's just very tight on the high frequencies. And in the total, we're going to get some problems there because the rest of the mix is quite mellow and shallow. Mellow and shallow. Oh, that's a good way of saying it.
He wear no shoe shine, got toe jump football, he got monkey finger, he shoot Coca-Cola, he said, I know
better.
you.
Now it's a bit rounder.
You know me.
Fits better in the mix.
One thing I can tell you.
Yeah.
You got to be free. Come together.
Yeah.
Right now. Over me. He wear no shoe shine. Got to be free. Got to be free. Come together.
Okay.
Right now.
And now I want to have it compressed as well. So let's compress it with the smart comp. Let's train on a high vocal. It's definitely not a rap. Let's see. Ah, it's actually going well. Yeah, I like it. I like that you can hear the compression a little bit.
Right now, over me.
Let's give it a warm color on the spectral. I really like her vocal. I should ask her for a microphone review or something. Like, she has such a nice voice. Let's add some reverb because now it's quite it's quite dry. I'm gonna do this reverb on a bus because I like that. Like I just can't. I can't do it. I can't. Also, I want to maybe send something to other effects. So let's just give it reverb on the vocals, and on vocals I think I want to aim more towards room or hall, like plate reverbs and everything, and string reverbs are great. Not on vocals. Not on vocals. All right, let's train.
Come off that tubby comb, grooving up slowly. Got juju, I believe one.
Okay.
Holy roller, got hair.
Let's make it full wet.
To his knee. Come off that tubby comb, grooving up slowly.
Better.
Got juju,
This is not gonna work anymore. No.
Holy roller, got hair down to his knee. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please. Here come off that tubby comb, grooving up slowly. Got juju, I believe one. Holy roller, got hair down to his knee.
Turn the bass down a little bit here. It's a bit dominant in the mix now.
Just do what he please. He wear no shoe shine, got Trojan football, he got monkey finger.
Yeah, one of the things it of course needs, because of the type of track, is it needs a slap delay. So let's name this Voc Reverb, and let's make a slap delay here. And the delay is something that Sonible doesn't make. So we're gonna use the re-delay here.
Here come off that tubby comb, grooving up slowly. Got juju, I believe one. Holy roller, he got hair down to his knee. Yeah.
So something like that. But then, let's see if we can also.
Come off that tubby comb, grooving up slowly. Got
Yeah.
juju, I
Filter it a little bit.
believe one. Holy roller,
Nah, let's not do that.
hair down
Yeah.
to his knee.
Yeah.
Got to be a joker, he just do what he please.
Just a little bit of slap delay. Like it gives a little bit of that Beatles vibe.
Here come off that tubby comb, grooving up slowly. Got juju, I believe one. Holy roller, got hair down to his knee. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please.
Nice. Let's see how the vocals come in here.
He wear no shoe shine, got Trojan football, he got monkey finger, he shoot Coca-Cola, he said, I know you, you know me.
One of the things I like to do as well is detail the vocal a little bit with some delay, some longer delays. So how I'm doing this is I'm duplicating the vocal and then I'm adding a delay to this. Let's put it just after the gate because then I can play a little bit with the other things. So I just have a second channel, basically an aux receive, but it's not receiving aux. I got the audio on the channel itself, and you'll see why in a second. Let's make it an 1/8.
Come on, let the come, grooving up slowly. Got juju,
All right. And again, let's filter it. So like that, and then choose some words. So
you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got
so for instance, this word.
to be free. Come, you got to be free.
Like that, like little details like this.
One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together
I like that.
right now.
And then,
Over me.
yeah, same thing over here. Let's see.
His knee. Hold you in his arms, yeah, you can feel his disease. Come together over me.
Like that. And then over here.
Got to be good looking, cause it's so hard to see. Come together. Good looking, cause it's so hard to see. Come together.
Think like this.
Got to be good looking, cause it's so hard to see. Come together right now over me.
Like that. Yeah.
Come together, yeah. Come together, come together, yeah. Come together.
So what I'm doing here now is so. Very, very nice for the ending. And then.
Come together.
Let's remove all the effects for that last one. So we have got all this chaos. Everything.
Come together.
And then
Come together.
let's make sure that's fully gone. Come on, bit better detailed working. Come on, man, you can do this. Like this, okay. So
Come together.
let's also make sure that the slap delay is gone there. Just, I want to have it fully dry there. Just very intimate, like.
Come together.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I like that. I like that. Nice.
Come together. Come together. Come together.
Yeah, I can go on for hours with detailing this, but I think you get the idea. Let's get the backings in here. Let's finish this mix. Finishing the mix. What is it again? Finishing something is more important than perfecting something or something. Whatever. Although I do like to sit on details for a really long time, but I think I think you're all getting this. All right. So for the backing vocals, let's first turn them up. Like at least can see what we're doing here. Here we go. Let's make a group backings. Let's add them.
Here come off that we go grooving up slowly. Got juju.
Here we go. And let's first gate these. Like these really need to be gated. They're only doing a few things. And we're solving that with a gate. So vocals. Oh, it's already seeing vocals here.
Monkey finger, Coca-Cola. I know you, you know me.
Again,
Monkey finger,
quick attack, slow release.
Coca-Cola. I know you, you know me.
Let's give it a little bit of a hold as well.
Finger,
Like this, like this.
Coca-Cola.
And then, of course, not fully gated.
You know me.
This is also going well. Yeah. Now let's use the same settings on the other vocal. I usually like to use same settings because I want to pan this left, right. That way it keeps the best in balance. But maybe I do need to retrain here. So let's retrain. Like that it releases at the same speed and everything.
I know you, you know me.
Let's give it a little bit. Yeah. Let's do a little bit of panning.
Here come off that beat, grooving up slowly. Got Trojan football, got monkey finger issue. Coca-Cola, he said, I know you, you know me.
All right, and let's EQ them because we also need, because it's a little bit. It can use a little bit of. It's a bit hummy right now. We need a little bit. So basically, what we've been attacking in the lead vocal, the sharpness, it can use a little bit of that in here, and that's it's not necessarily the mic or something. Like the mic does have this bump, but in this case, it doesn't have enough of that bump. So it's never good.
Monkey finger, Coca-Cola. I know you.
Oh, here. This is what I was looking for, yeah. Let's do a little bit of a low cut here.
Come together. Football. Monkey finger.
I don't want it to cut too much here. And I want a bit of more of this. So
I know you.
Yeah.
You know me.
Bites a little bit more like that. Nice. Let's see what we can do in the other vocal. Let's put an EQ on there as well. Again, I want to match this a little bit. You know what? Let's see what happens when we copy that EQ. Let's copy that to the other side. Like that.
Trojan football. Monkey finger. Coca-Cola. I know you. You know me.
Now I'm gonna send the backing vocals to the same reverb as the vocals, because why not? There we go. I don't think it needs any extra compression or something. Yeah. And that is basically, apart from a few details in automation and everything, how we did this mix. Or how I did this mix with only sonible plugins, except for that re-delay. But, sonible doesn't have a delay. So, yeah. If you want to hear the full finished result, it's best to go to the video that I'll link in the description and pinned comment down below or whatever, somewhere down below. Because you will hear the full version, basically. It's going to be mastered by Zina's team, I think. Let me check. Yeah, it's gonna be mastered by Zina's team. So link will be in the description down below. You can hear the full mix. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think. Tips are welcome. It's too late now because this song will be released by the time that I'm releasing this video. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. This video was sponsored a little bit by Sonible. They were basically part of the financing for the Abbey Road project. So huge thanks to Sonible for doing that, for basically making my dream come true. I'm going to link to Sonible in the description down below as well, of course. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. As always, keep pushing and bye-bye.